Good morning, good evening, and welcome back to War Thunder. This time we're going to be driving and reviewing the American Rank 2 battle rating 3.7 light tank, the M24 Chaffee. With that out of the way, let's take the M24 into battle. So here we are on the first game, which is on the map Kuban. With the fantastic speed the M24 has, and with its vertical stabilizer which also exists on the M4s, I should be able to quickly get to the hill at E6. And if any enemies come in my way, with my stabilizer I should be able to get off the first shot and hopefully kill them that way. So we're in the beginning just going to try to rush to get in this position, since once we get to that, no one will basically be able to get us out of that position. Now at the foot of the hill we start scouting and start by engaging a Panzer IV. Very lucky shot from us, as I was just rushing to try to get at least a hit to disable him, but we managed to get the kill and we start climbing this hill. We did see a Brummer and some other heavily armored tanks leaving the spawn, so we have scouted them just to let our team know that they are there. Now we are up on the hill and we start to engage every enemy we can come across. If you have a very quick tank and decent torque in your engine, you should always try to get to this position when spawning on the map Kuban, especially from this side. You can make this position work from the other team as well, but it works best when you are on this side, because you will be able to just get shots on basically everybody at Charlie and everybody at Bravo, and you will also lock down basically a whole side. You leave both the enemy spawns and the enemy's routes under attack, since both of the paths to the objectives you are basically able to cover. As you can see here, we also just reversed to kill another tank that was pushing on Charlie. So if you have the means to reach this position in any tank, I would definitely recommend this position, since you will basically be able to lock down a complete side of the enemies. We are also starting to engage this Brummer, but unfortunately, since he has a pretty big crew and it was a pretty poorly placed shot, he manages to survive. We're not going to have to back off, since we killed most of the enemies on that side. They will be aware of our position. But we can just turn our attention to the guys pushing Charlie. We hear multiple engines down below us. We try to scout the first one and we do get the kill. But we are going to be able to kill this Panzer IV. He doesn't seem to know of our position. It is also a very good place to be, since many of the players at this battle rating don't really know how to differentiate sounds from friendly and enemies, and many of them don't even use headphones, as I have seen. But we are going to just peek around to see if this Brummer is still looking at us, and he is, so we are going to be patient. No need to throw our life away in this position. We're just going to wait for any other enemies to show themselves. After having killed many enemies from this position, they have finally grown tired of us and sent a French M5 Stuart up to try to kill us. We try to have our engine on his immediate front, so he shoots our engine. Since I know he has solid shot, he will probably not be able to go through fully. We manage to avoid his killing shots, and once he pushes forward we are able to absolutely murder him. We also find this tank I was hearing all along. It is another Panzer IV. So we're just going to elevate our gun, wait for our tank to repair and kill him. Now, with that M5 pushing us, I did try to turn my engine towards him since I don't think he will be able to go through my engine and reach my crew compartment with his small caliber gun. I did also try to get as far away from him as possible, only showing my turret since he will have a hard time penetrating it from the front, which is quite angled and sturdy. But after that threat has been dealt with, we can just start by going back and killing any enemies we see once again. We pick up a kill on a Hetzer and followed up by a kill on a Stug. The Hetzer can be quite troublesome if turned his armor towards us, but once we catch his side, it's no match for our 75mm gun, same with that Stug. Now the enemies definitely know where we are and they will be starting to swarm us. But looking at the minimap, with our help, assumably the friendlies have managed to basically push the enemy team way back. But looking at the scoreboard, most of the enemies are still here. During the time we spent up here, we have also scouted most of the enemies we have seen, and we have during that time picked up 4 assists. We do also see another tank far away. We take the shot and we manage to disable him by catching his driver. Now, since it is HE Halungang, we can just load HE and we can overpressure him. Since I won't be able to pick off his crew and be safe, I just choose to load high explosive and take care of him in one shot. We do also range find this Panzer IV, but unfortunately we misplaced the shot and his breach eats almost our entire round. Seeing this Panzer IV, we start to engage him. But the enemies have now sent in planes to try to get rid of us in this position, and I realized we are not gonna be safe here for long, as the enemy will just be able to spawn in planes and bomb us. So we are going to make the decision to drop down from this hill. Now here I was distracted by the engines above me, with that being enemy planes, so I didn't hear this Puma right behind me, which will end up taking my life. Now peeking over this ridge, we see a Panzer III trying to push and contest the Bravo, but with a quick shot to the side of his tank, he goes down pretty easily. With the game almost at its end, it's just now about a matter of survival and trying to pick up any stragglers still left in this game. I hear a Panzer IV about right in front of me, not sure exactly where, but we are just going to rush in. Since we have a stabilizer, we should be able to get the first shot off. We do find him and it's quite an easy kill, just going straight through his upper front plate. There is also one more enemy left on Bravo, and we rush over there to try to pick up the final kill of the game. And now seeing him pop a smoke, we find the last guy on the enemy team. With that, the game ends with us taking first place and managing to get a total of 15 kills and 6 assists, earning a total of 7,519 research points and 50,758 silver lines. I would say that is quite a good game on the map Kuban. For our next game, we are on the map Advance to the Rhine. With my fast tank, I am going to try to make my way onto Alpha as quickly as possible, choosing to go to the right side of the monument. From this position, I should be able to kill any enemies trying to push onto the tight corridors on the left, while still having eyes on both my Charlie and my Bravo point to the right. I call artillery on the intersection just to get some lucky hits. We also heavy machine gun this Puma, which is completely unaware of our position. With this position now, we are able to just peek in and kill any enemies leaving the spawn, trying to enter the tight corridors to our left. You always want to try to get to this position since you can cut off so much of the enemy's reinforcements. We see a Stur Emil poke his head around the corner, but with no clear shot to kill him, I choose to hold my position and hold my fire to not reveal my position. I do also hear engine noises to my right, so we're going to use this pillbox as cover while we just wait out this M10. We scout him to make him aware of our position, and friendlies soon start engaging him. With he now shooting, we are now free to peek forward. He does go in hiding behind some trams, but now he shows us his top and we manage to fuse my APHE round. With that, the right side is again clear and we find a way to kill this Sturmil through some windows. With the alpha point now clear, we are going to just try to make our way into the tight corridors to try to alleviate our team and help them push forward. I do hear engine noises to my right and to my direct front, so I will have to be careful when crossing and playing in this area. Our first target is a Panzer III with me just shooting directly in his turret. Now we have a Swedish tank who's just staring at this intersection, so no point in just trying to waste our life and peek around the corner, so we're just going to try to get any more shots into the fighting area to our left. We also call out carefully there since there are very many enemies surrounding that area. But once this Swedish tank destroyer or medium tank is on the move, we are comfortable just pushing forward with our stabilizer. We pop smoke in order to hide our advance and we start advancing in even deeper. We come across a Marder 3, which is quite easy prey for my 75. We pop some more smoke in order to try to hide our advance and we send a devastating shot into a M4. We are though faced with a Crusader AA, which is armed with a Bofors 40mm. He does go down, but he manages to smoke my gunner. But no worries, we are pretty safe in the position we are in now, and we managed to non-pen a Ostuin 1. Looking back at the footage now, it was a pretty poorly placed shot, but even so, I do think that should somewhat damage him. But we just peek forward once again with my stabilizer, making this a very comfortable and easy job. Killing 2 enemies now with that strategy, we are now going to turn our attention to the other side of the building. On the other side we do find a Panzer 48. We tried to go for the Kuban shot, but we don't manage to penetrate and we're just going to retreat. He doesn't pose a threat to us in the position he is in now, so we're just gonna leave him be. We spot another M4 just pushing down the road without a care in the world. And we're just gonna pull forward and quite easily go through his upper front plate. They can be hard to kill if you shoot on the lowest part of the upper front plate, but if you shoot close to the turret, it won't be a problem to go through. With that now killed, we are going to push forward. With the Panzer IV killed as well, we are now basically free to push forward. But I have pushed forward too far, I realized, and I got a little too overconfident. So we're just gonna pop smoke, retreat and pull back. There are still enemies surrounding this area. So we are going to return to the same position we were in before. But this time we are faced with a ARL-44. This tank can be quite troublesome to kill, especially with this gun that we have now. I do try to go for the flat part of the side of his turret, but I aim a bit too close into his gun. So we're just gonna basically try to get through his mantlet, but unfortunately we won't be able to do so. So what are we gonna do when we can't kill him? We're just gonna try to track him, but when trying to track him, he basically just turned his whole side to us. I'm not really sure why he did that, but it works in our favor and we pick up one more kill. When I was looking at the minimap, I saw that a friendly was just killed in the plaza to the right side of the map, so I was going to try to make my way over there. But I just pull forward without thinking and we come across a Panzer IV. I tried to aim for his upper front plate, which is always basically a guaranteed kill. But magically, I don't penetrate and he doesn't manage to kill me when I was just face on. But his follow-up shot does manage to absolutely murder me. With us taking first place in the team once again with 11 kills this time, we managed to earn a total of 5,020 research points and 38,412 silver lions. That also means this video has come to an end. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe and stay tuned as there will be more content to come about more content. Until next time, take care.